Happy Friday, everybody. Who's ready to kick some ass? We are here to finish up the story in Horizon Zero Dawn. We have one mission plus an epilogue to do after that, and we will be done. We will be moving on to whatever is next. I think the main game that we're going to spend some time with is probably going to be Darkest Dungeon, but we will finish before the end of the stream tonight. We really don't have that much left, really, in this game. So what I might do is we may throw in Death Stranding and get that started and see what that's all about. We may not get very far in it, obviously, a couple of hours probably. I picked that up, for those of you that live in the US or are now familiar with Redbox, maybe a month, 6 weeks ago or so. I don't remember exactly when it was, but excuse me, they decided they were going to get out of the video game side of their business. So they started to sell all of the games that they had in their machines. You could go online and see, if there was a machine near you that had the game that you were looking for, and you could essentially buy it online from that machine and put in your credit card. You need to go to that machine, put your credit card in, it'll spit the game out. So that's how I got Death Stranding. It's $25, so I couldn't pass that up. So we may give that a try, play that for a little bit, and then probably starting tomorrow, we'll do Darkest Dungeon. So anyway, yes, Horizon Zero Dawn story, the Looming Shadow, I think, is the next mission, which is the last story mission of the game. We've done all of the side missions that we can do, all the errands that we can do, so we should have all the people that are available to us for the last part of the game, and there is a trophy associated with that. And also, one of the reasons that we got to that point in the story, and then we decided to do Frozen Wilds DLC, and the reason for that is I wanted to see how many, if any, of the people that we helped from the DLC would show up over here. Apparently there are a few people that we will see again, so yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for that. And I hope I am prepared for this. Fought Fireclaws on Wednesday, pretty much. Fireclaw and a Rock Breaker. Holy crap, did those things take up a lot of my resources, so I hope I've got enough. I might hop over to a merchant and top off some things to and I'm sure we'll pick some up along the way, because there's some combat along the way too. So we'll pick up some scraps and stuff off of machines. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope your weekend is off to a good start. And of course, the awesome rumor that I saw yesterday that this game is potentially coming to PC sometime this year. It was very good news indeed. Okay, so let's see.
Did you hear the one about the boar, the grazer, and the sun priest?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that one.
Some Oseram girl.
But yeah, we switched out. We're going to try, a weapon that I have never tried before, and that's this Storm Slinger. Normally up here we would have either the Trip Caster or the Rope Caster, but I don't think that's going to do much good for us against what we're going to be facing at the end. So we'll try that. And let's see, we usually have a hunter bow over there, but we'll use this instead. And we'll also, let's see, 340 on the chill, 700 on spark. At 250 on blaze, that's probably low. 350 on echo. We'll probably
don't ask me where to go if you're lost.
Top a few things off here.
Yes. I remember you. Did you find the vessels I seek?
Some, but
yes. Trade quickly. I have work to do.
Full. We didn't do a full one. He's not a regular.
I will leave you to the hunt.
Standard
Be
merchant.
sure to delve into the ruins. Yes. You look capable. You might do. Come here if you will.
What the feet mean. Above his icon. Go. let's see. Sources. 100 Sparker. Won't need the caster, so we shouldn't need any wire. It should be alright there. The blaze. Yeah, I spent a lot of money thanks to those fire claws, damn things. We can get him to 350. Gonna be low on cash, at least compared to where we used to be. We're at one point in the DLC, we were over 30,000 shards. Or 700 metal vessels. Crafting. See, those are 20 each. Or that gets us 400. Shells 350 though. Else should pull 12, 12, 12. You have some treasure boxes.
Sure as the sun's rising.
We still have bits and pieces in. Sorry, treasure boxes. Fire. Okay. Grab a save.
I don't know about all this sun business, but the VOD's a good.
Get over to the palace and talk to the king. Get this party started.
Prince Edom and escape.
There is a point of no return, and it will be made very obvious to you where that is. Essentially, I believe it's the king actually tells Aloy she needs to sleep, go to sleep and rest up. Prepare for what's coming, and that is your point of no return. Once you go to sleep, that is it. You are locked in to finish.
Machines are there to try to get past me. They'll have a fight.
Don't care what other tribes do, but I'll just mind mine.
Still breathing heavy from running. Okay, look at this. Founding of Meridian. I haven't read that yet. Alright, fine. Read this. Scan glyphs, the founding of Meridian. We are Karja. In us is the blood of those led by Ahriman from persecution and pursuit so long ago. Out of the far savage east we came, guardians of a treasure greater than land or metal, the leaves of the old ones. Ahriman found the leaves in a ruin, picked out by a beam of sunlight, and he recognized at once their importance. Within was etched the first teachings of how to observe the sun, recognize its guidance, and to understand the place of man. From out of the leaves came the first glyphs, the first writing, so our knowledge could last longer. Voices. But when our forefathers offered to share this gift, they were driven out by those they had once called tribesfolk. These ones feared to have the light of knowledge brought to bear on their ignorance, or were jealous of its power. And so began the long wandering of our people, trusting only that the sun would guide them and deliver them from the barbarian tribes. The path was hard, and marked by the stones of families who fell along the wayside, even Ahriman's own. Persecution was unceasing from those without purpose, only the desire to debase and destroy. But the faith of the Karja was rewarded with a distant vision tower like a solid ray of the sun, holding on the horizon, flashing. Even as their enemies descended upon them, Ahriman followed the flight of the Glinthawks, leading his people through looming canyons and teeming jungles. Again, they saw the tower, so close now it seemed to reach to the very sun itself. They saw that the Glinthawks perched upon it. Beheld in the light of the sun, the tower, the spire, cast its long shadow upon a mesa across the verdant valley. Ahriman knew he had found a haven for the tribe, as this was a place shunned by those without his faith, who cowered from the magnificence of the spire, or the shining feathers of the Glinthawks. He named this place Meridian, a passage in the leaves. Tribes settled in the protection of the great mesa. They found the site was blessed in every respect, carving their cliff houses from bounteous resources, in time from the red rock of the mesa itself, crowning it with the first columns of the City of the Sun. Truly, the sun gave much to the descendants of our forefathers, granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity in the bounds of the sundom, or as far as its light touched. In time, seeing Meridian shielded us from the dark arrows and plots of our foes, other foreigners brought trade and tribute. Holy Meridian! Without spire and sun there would be no Meridian, but now and forevermore it stands as monument to both. In the glory of Ahriman and the founders, it's reflected anew in each Sun King of the Radiant line, in the noble houses of the Sun Court. Might be able to see it. Here, maybe not.
We got a host.
What's up,
Welcome,
Alien
everyone.
King? How's it going? No, you cannot see it from here. Oh, there it is, right there. The square column, right there at the end, right there, by the waypoint marker. That's the spire. Misbehave.
host.
Thank you for
Welcome,
the host.
everyone.
Welcome, folks, from the nest and the hive. Welcome to finale night.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of
up?
ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it.
Demon.
It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy.
Aaron!
He won't question it.
And have
What's
the City
up?
Guard fortify the
Happy
western
Friday,
edge.
so
There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize.
he hit
for
on
my
her
behavior
before, essentially.
After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
He's a
Then
good
you
guy.
have it.
AP,
As
what's
long
up?
as you don't confuse me with her again.
Happy Friday.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Good. We're going to be finishing up this awesome game today. Blameless. Yeah, I can't see it from here, but it's over there. Spire. I'll show you a transmission tower.
quietly does it. Panic in the city
Was
will
a
only
guard
create
under the
another
last king.
enemy.
Far cry from those
And
days.
do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the
Irregulars.
I spoke of before. The
People off the
Oseram
street.
cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson
That's fine.
available to you.
No worries.
You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Yeah, going to sleep in Olin's old room, his old apartment. is your... I mentioned this at the very beginning of the stream, but in case you weren't here for that. When you go to sleep in Olin's apartment, that is when you get locked in to finishing the game. Anytime before then, you do whatever you feel like you need to do. Errand, side quest, grinding for resources, whatever you want. Oh, this is one of those repaired journals. Bet we're probably going to get the last two also. TGIF, indeed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is one of Elizabeth's logs. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature in the master override. You're welcome, Ted. We have that now, by the way, which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to Zero Dawn. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. It seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. The generation ship that was mentioned earlier in the game. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? That right there is the reason why Pharaoh killed all of the alphas and basically deleted all of the data that Apollo had, because he was afraid that if they left all of the information and all of the knowledge for the people that came back after the Earth was brought back to life, that they would indeed make the same mistakes. So he deleted all of it. So, yeah. Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course. The building of the ship by Longfellow, and it's long, all right. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet, or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to Zero Dawn. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Probably Darkest Dungeon. We will finish up this game tonight. But we're not going to start the Darkest Dungeon tonight. We'll probably do that tomorrow. I was thinking maybe throwing in Death Stranding and just seeing what that is for the first however much time we have left for the stream tonight. So see some of that probably.
Everyone needs a splash of color.
Since we don't have to change consoles or anything.
Let's talk it over.
Start it up.
Meridian won't fall. The sun set us here because we knew we'd be protected.
All right, where's the elevator? Crap. That didn't go the right way. Here. All the way over here. Oh, 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 oh. Days, yes.
Dervault was willing to scrap everything he helped to build. Glad that girl stopped.
Blaze and Sparkers. Or what you're going to be seeing a lot of here in a bit. Hello? Mass Effect elevators here? It reminds me, I had mentioned in, I think it was this morning, I sent that tweet about this game being potentially, it's rumored to be coming out on PC sometime this year. And I had mentioned that, you know, it would be great if, obviously, I think if this does well on PC, then they will be more receptive to releasing other exclusives on other platforms too. And I had completely forgotten that MLB The Show, for those of you that are familiar with that, they had announced like a month or so ago that that is going to be coming to new platforms in the future.
Had to take over his brother's shift today. Sure as the sun's rising, he's off courting that noble girl.
For those baseball fans out there, anyway.
Would you like to buy something? See for yourself.
That's the only officially licensed Major League Baseball game anymore. Review preparations at the Ridge.
A woman now leads the hunters.
Have you just polished that?
Oh, it's Petra!
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very...
Teb!
dignified.
It's Teb!
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster. Whatever that means.
Nice.
It sounds impressive.
All right, see you, AP. Thanks for coming out, man. Have a good Friday.
We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Prince Itaman is alive and well in Meridian.
He said so. We're
The
looking for
Karja
these
and Shadow
banners.
have been proven baseless traitors.
Okay, I'll have to keep an eye out for those. Oh, another journal. Read that real quick. Maybe. Quickly. Halloween! Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for Zero Dawn staff. Seriously, though there's enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out of here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the president's delegation. Ted was here too. He was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. Gee, I wonder why that was. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris struck out long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. Last vestiges of European and West African Civ brigades trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. Advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units of the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. Okay.
It's not what I imagined when I was a boy, but it's decent work keeping the city safe.
Not much. Okay. She, one of the people that we ran into before as well. This is where you start running into and being able to talk to some of the people that you helped along the way. Side missions and stuff like that. Teb is there no matter what. Alita here is someone that we helped along the way. She will be here. You see Petra down there at the bottom of the rope.
And alert.
She's another one.
Damn it.
There is also a trophy, and you see 2 more dummies down there too. Couple down there.
Making a show of it.
There's a trophy for getting all of these people here before the end of the game, before the end of the fight. So it does behoove you, if you care about such things, to do all of those missions.
Alita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and Shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
Their situation was kind of a forbidden love kind of thing. They were sneaking off.
Kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
See each other.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful. Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation. Is there a battle coming?
Why wasn't I informed?
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha. We'll fight them together.
And I won't forget it, little huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
We get to talk to him? Yes, we do. Separately.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the
I
sun
love
wills.
the detail on his armor. Oh, it's
You
awesome.
found me.
The
I was
leather.
trying to eke out a glorious death.
It's fantastic.
But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but... what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me. Like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it.
Tell her to stop picking on me.
Meridian shall stand and Shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
We all have our place in the order of things.
Petra. I like Petra. She's one of my favorite NPCs.
Petra!
Here she is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Osram, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The targets should put up a little less of a fight than those
so
bandit
that's why the
raiders
targets
did.
are there. All right. Look at this thing. It's bigger than she is. Oh. All right. How the hell am I supposed to fire it? It has been 3 years since I played it, so... Gotta pick up, you know, have any ammo in it.
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow. Range is good. Try the next. See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Yep, 3 years, almost exactly 3 years. It's January of 2017. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this one day that we were playing it. Even the facial animations in this game are still as awesome as they are 3 years old.
You know that I appreciate your help, Petra. This battle, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see each other again, I know it. Next time could be the time I'll convince you to stick with the free heap.
Petra, you know
I do. Always had a weakness for restless girls, though.
Yes, here is one of the guys from the Frozen Wilds.
Uthid.
Right?
Thank you.
Oh, no,
I
it's
like
not
the
him.
way you grip it.
Oh, enough, woman.
Is she hitting on him?
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong, for the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
We'll stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is opened. If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Her outfit looks more like proper dress than any kind of thing that you would fight in.
Geneva, they called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion? Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
Isn't that him? From the Battle of the Dawn?
Can be. Cinnabar Sands was before.
Nil!
There were no survivors.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't like to boast.
Oh, sun, keep the shadow from falling upon me.
Nil?
Aloy. They told me your name. I said hair like a splash of blood, tenacious as a scrapper's jaws. I've thought about what you said. Every time, the wound you gave me caught on my ribs.
But I didn't wound you.
Not by metal.
Oh.
Still, I forgive. A duel is such a fleeting joy. If one of us had ended the other, we'd have missed all this. The wait before blood is shed. Like the scrape of a blade across your teeth.
Nil, you're making it difficult to be glad to see you. But you're needed. The battle will be hard.
Hard? I was
So
assured the
weird.
odds would be near impossible.
And you signed up anyway?
Impossible odds, fine company, killing without consequence. How could I resist?
Nil has essentially a small quest line that has to do with the bandit camps. And once you finish with all the bandit camps, he challenges you to a duel to the death. You have the right to decline it if you want, and obviously if you decline it, which I did, then he shows up here. Otherwise he won't, because he's dead. I mean, not that this matters, but pretty sure those count, even though it doesn't look like you could knock them over. Okay, so we've got, looks like we've got those done, or that one done. So we can go over here. Yeah, that's the spire right there. Get there.
Shame the woman became Sunhawk of the Lodge, but at least she did it to honor the men of her house.
faster.
What?
Oh man, we missed a couple of journals, damn it. Audio logs too, looks like. No, I got that one already. Hey. The hell, which one was it? We already did the Travis one. Missed a whole bunch of these. These are the ones that are just out in the wild. Here's...
Did I tan this leather well? It'll keep.
That's what I get for changing my mind. Looking at something else. For here. Oh, okay, right. I'm gonna go all the way back. Crap. We'll be back this way. Oh, hey, there they are. Aratok, what's up, dude?
Aratok? I didn't expect you to come all this way.
It's true, I am a stranger in this green and snowless land.
Green and snowless.
Aurea forgave the Karja, but I never did. Still, I was compelled to come for my once chieftain. It's good to see you leading again. This young ice hunter seeks to prove herself also. Her spark reminds me of Aurea's in our youth. And I'm proud to take my place behind you on this hunt. A great challenge.
Survive and prevail, right?
Oh, it's not a hunt.
There is no other way.
They're gonna come to us. A Lukey.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Talana? Yes!
Talana!
Talana!
Why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad? I leave that to the rest of the Lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again. Are you sure you're risking your life for all of us? You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it. Then I won't ask you. It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request... Name it. Leave the biggest machine for me. No promises.
She's another good one. I think there's some chests or something here. There will be when we come back. Some there. There. Ew. Here, I guess. These people are.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled
Oh,
armor
nice.
look like turkeys.
But there are so many.
Where's
And
Varl?
now...
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
So I think that's Aaron there. Oh, no, that's Varl, actually.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
This must be Aaron up here.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Carja. Carja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Carja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys?
Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
In the front.
At the front of the line! And why? Steel before iron! And what are we gonna do? Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back! Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard.
That echo is coming.
We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Ursa is
only
his
if
sister.
we win.
Say there's... Damn it, I'm gonna get this one. Last journal. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me? Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. Really do. We had to scramble. Zero Dawn became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Okay, sounds good. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. It felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yes, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems would never have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. One generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. Go tell the others. I remember if there was a like a place that you could duck into for cover. It might be over there where she is. Not a very big hole. Maybe it's over here. But we're not planning to use that anyway because we're going to be in their face.
What do they want with that Spire thing, anyway?
Alright, we're going to go ahead and, let's see, fast travel out of the way. Fast travel back. And I'm going to take a quick break, probably about 5 minutes. Then we'll finish it up.
To Avad, eh?
Amplify request.
I have to be.
Take away his makeup pit, stop drain the main feed!
You'll regret not stopping.
You'll regret not stopping.
If the army makes it into Meridian, we're doomed.
Come take a look.
Was it up? Maybe it was up those... that small set of stairs over here. Maybe?
Won't cost you a shard just to look.
No.
Fine goods
Ammunition
for a
and
fair
bandages,
price.
whatever you can find. Get them to the gates.
Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Yeah, this is it. This is your point of no return right here. There we go. All right. So we'll pause here. Take a break. Let me take the controller off the charger. I forgot to charge it after the stream on Wednesday, so the battery was dead. Yeah, see, no way back. This is your point of no return. So let me take a 5-minute break. And we'll finish. Sit tight. I will return, I promise you. So I had to pick another song for... No! You stop that right there, mister. The next song started to play. You guys didn't hear it because I don't have that source on this scene. So there was one person that I realized that we didn't see. It doesn't affect the trophy. If you remember, I think his name was Inatuk from the Frozen Wilds DLC. He's the guy that got accused of killing somebody that he maintained that he did not kill. He's the guy that was missing a front tooth. We went up and basically rescued him and helped him, brought him clothes and all of that stuff. So, yeah, I didn't see him down there. I thought I had seen him from a distance, but it wasn't him. It was somebody else. Okay, so let me get the mute back. All right, this is it.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Sleepy time. Buckle up.
All right, boy, let's do this.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
That's fine. Completed. Another skill point we can't use.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Some of this I remember, some I don't.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
The Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns!
Oh, yeah.
To the guns!
More than one.
By the sun, do as she says!
Set loaded!
All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Oh. You.
Helis!
No! Rally the Vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in the Sun Ring then.
Ah, shit. I don't
Why
have
do you fight?
Damn it, I forgot about this part. Whoopsie! I need... Where is it? Not that one. There it is. there for now.
Concentrate on your target.
The end is inevitable.
Blast! Get behind something!
Accept your weakness.
Flank them!
Only endless night holds you. Meridian must run red to be cleansed.
Keep him away. If the Deathbringers keep firing, this bridge will go. Blocked again. He's quick. Damn him. Damn him. Bridge can't take much more of this. It's giving way!
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
I am chosen. You came from nothing.
He's too dangerous and close.
You will die on nothing.
Blocked again.
A savage cannot understand. Impossible. I'm chosen. This was not meant to be.
Too bad.
You're done. Hades is next.
The buried shadow will save me. I cannot. Ah!
Up everything we can. I don't think we're under the... I think if you take too long with that fight, it will collapse and you'll die.
Should have brought a cart.
Back up here real quick. Anything up here that we need? Yeah, you can use the barrels against him. Already, probably potions. Speaking of which, get some of those ready. Oh shit! But wait, there's more.
Can't carry more.
Meridian! Hold the line!
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon! On the platform!
Here it comes. Better move.
Alternated size, but
right on target.
South! They're coming from the south!
Fight or run. Incoming! Gotta drop it and move! Don't want to be here when that hits! It's taking a shot at me! It's off! Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
all right. Say we obviously want to pick up the scraps. Look for any of those flags that Teb mentioned.
Raise arms again! West!
Well, they're still surprised.
Fires on you, Nora!
Gotta get to another platform.
From the sky! Fire on your platform!
Incoming! Gotta drop it and move!
By the sun, all shadows descend on us.
So they woke up.
Take cover from the Deathbringer!
Got it!
Nora, girl, look out! Stormbird! Stormbird!
Get up.
Incoming! Ah!
Hades. You remember from earlier when we were hacking the Focus
Aloy.
network.
Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
My all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No, wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
I should go. I don't know if there's anything to grab or not.
Gotta press on.
This is where I belong, Aloy. But the spire calls for you.
Aloy, go!
About to get loud.
We'll draw them. Now you face their true sun, shadow demons.
want to use any ammo if I can help it.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
It's about to get real. Remember what they were saying in some of the logs and lore and stuff about consuming biomass? Yeah.
If Hades has started the signal, it must have gotten through the defenses. Venora, Aaron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
No, it's not that one. It's slang. Not.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy. So no holding back.
I don't remember. This last part is timed if you've been here for some of the streams for this. The last part is timed.
Aloy! It's Aloy! Well, you can see that. We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
It's my fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
Hawk and Thrush, let's go.
I should stock up. Last chance.
Alright, let's see. What are we looking at here? 60. God, I hope that's enough. Yikes. Speaking of boss. And yes, please.
I'm a little teapot,
bloody and cut. Here is my handle. Here is my butt. The only thing that I ask for this boss fight is please, please don't redeem your channel points for flipping the screen either direction. It's not going to affect me at all. It's you guys that I'm worried about. on, girl. Yep, there's Hades right there. There's the spire. My hands are already sweating. Jeez.
Finish him.
Arrival of Entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission. To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of Entity has been accounted for.
Oh, hi.
Deathbringer, right there!
Another flight of machines! Are you ready? Take them out first!
Watch, watch!
With the time I've got left, I can do this. Focus on the new machines! That's it. My way's clear.
The Deathbringer falls. The battle is ours.
I'll strike you down.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Shock, baby.
Master Override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master Override activated. Purging Extinction Protocol.
I didn't even see how much time I had left. Absolutely wrecked him. She turns around and shoots him in the head. What? The king is hugging me? Just remember, shock and a good bow. Plenty of mats.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds.
Sobek Ranch.
Because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care. And that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
Do you remember when she closed the seal at the site? I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said she had to leave or go somewhere or something. I don't remember if she specifically
Anyway,
said
that's all I've got for now,
she
Gaia.
was going to go home.
Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
The metal flowers.
I'll catch you tomorrow.
Triangles. Woo! Man, what a game. We'll sit through the credits. Normally we only do that the first time through, but the credits are awesome. These visuals here are really good. Plus there's a scene after the credits too, which I'm sure is probably a lead-in to the sequel.
We did it! We did it! Yay!
Quiet. You know, and they made all of this just for the credits. I mean, this isn't in the game. I mean, obviously some of the structures might be, but this sequence here. Music is playing, but it's barely hearable. But I've mentioned many times how this game is in my top 10. When I started reading a lot of the lore, listening to those audio recordings and all of the stuff that's in here, I actually moved it up in the list. I looked at the list and said, you know, is there any game, I mean, where does this game now fit comparing it to the rest of the list? I didn't change the top 10. I didn't take anything out of the top 10 or move anything in it. I moved this game up 2 spots from number 7 to number 5. And I don't even remember what I swapped it with, what I moved down to make room for it. I mean, oh my God, it's just so good, so good. Some good NPCs, obviously the lore, the recordings, the text logs, all of that stuff. And we missed a whole bunch of the just out in the world things. Those little one-off, you know, text logs and stuff. We did do all the, I don't know that I did them all on the stream, but I did do all the what do they call them? The vantage points with the story of that one guy who, you know, he did drugs when he was a kid and he was a mess, and his mom married this rich guy. She thought she did it. He thought she did it for all the wrong reasons, but it turned out that she did it for him so that she could get himself straightened out. And he did. So there were like, I don't remember how many of those, there were like 9 of those, I think. Those are the ones where you look out over the vista and you see that hologram or whatever of what it looked like back in the time of the old ones. It's funny because yesterday I spent probably an hour trying to farm for resources, and I really didn't get all that much. The farming really isn't, I don't know what the right word is, time productive, because apparently they patched out a lot of the stuff that people were manipulating to farm lots of metal shards and stuff. So I did it for about an hour. Like I said, it wasn't worth my time. So I stopped and I just bought it all. As I mentioned a couple of times throughout the game as well. You know, by the time you get to that point in the game, you're going to have so many shards anyway. If you're looting everything, you'll just be able to buy it and you won't have to worry about making it. Or at least buying the resources to make it. Interactive conversations designer. I have one person specifically for that. You know, the cauldron here, what we're going through now. I mean, those are one of the best parts of the game. The side activity. Complete those and get set up for that big final fight at the end of each one to get the right to override all of the machines that are associated. I guess the machines that you were allowed to override by completing that cauldron were the machines that were being made there, which makes sense. Character arc. I forget who made it. There's a YouTube video, or video on YouTube, I guess you could say. I think it's called No Clip is the name of the creator. They did a video, making of kind of thing, or a history of what went into Guerrilla Games transitioning from Killzone to this. Everything that went into that. It's about an hour. And it's very good. The game, I was just sitting here thinking to myself, you know, as I did the big sigh there, the game is exhausting, but in a good way, right? You get into these big fights with either a lot of smaller machines and or humans, or a much smaller number, or even a single big machine like the one that we did at the end of the cauldron in the Frozen Wilds. I mean, you guys saw me make comments. You know, my hands are sweating. I mean, the final fight here, my hands didn't get a chance to sweat because I just absolutely wrecked that Deathbringer. I didn't even have a chance, because I was going to use that other weapon that I had in the top slot if I needed to. I had it equipped, but I didn't even need it. Didn't need it. But I was going to mention a few minutes ago when I talked about I was going to do some farming. What I was also going to do, so I can clean up the rest of the trophies, was I was going to drop the difficulty down to a lower difficulty so that I could finish off the rest of the fire claws, both the fire claws and the frost claws. But I had forgotten that when you do a new game plus, you can't change the difficulty once you start. So I'm like, oh well. So much for that. maybe I'll go downstairs to the PS4 down in the living room and see if I have a save left over. Hideo Kojima. See if I have a save on that machine that I could Mark Cerny. Can upload that to the cloud and then download it to this machine here. Maybe I can reload that one and maybe pick it up from there. Finish all that stuff off. But there are Gorilla Babies. We did this one on hard. There is ultra hard. There is a trophy for completing a New Game Plus on ultra hard, but there's also a difficulty in between the two. I don't remember what it was called. Like, I don't remember. Mucho hard? I don't know. Really hard? Thank you for playing. Made it worthwhile. Oh, we got credits for that too. Okay, can we... Well, we'll let these play too, I guess. We let the main ones play. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, there's a trophy for completing a New Game Plus on Ultra Hard. I should get one for completing a New Game Plus at all from this playthrough. I would imagine it's probably either after the credits or after the scene that's after the credits. A.B. Blanc. Lance Reddick. You already knew that. I don't recognize any of the other names. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, once we get through all this and we get done with it, we're going to switch over. We're going to see what the beginning of Death Stranding is like. Obviously, you know, with it being 8 o'clock, we're only going to be able to spend a couple of hours or so with it. So we'll at least get to see how it starts. Some chill stuff. And we're going to start Darkest Dungeon tomorrow. I get to kill you all. But not on purpose. Oh. A lot of Petra. Sally Safiati. With no deaths or not. Well, I'm anxious to play it actually. I got it because of the last time that Doug Cockle. I didn't know he was in this. I got it after Ali Hillis. Wow. Did I not mention that somebody sounded like Liara? Maybe that's because it was. Oh, Sissy Jones. She's another fairly well-known voice actress, but I can't remember any of the characters that she... But I bought that after watching you play it, and I've had it for all this time, so I need to get on it and at least play it for a few days and see how it is. Jennifer Hale. Wow, there are a lot of people. I guess to give credit to, doesn't seem to be anyway. I don't want to. I'm hitting and pushing everything except for X. I don't want to skip it. Capture. Oh wow, Ashley Birch did motion capture too. They're already almost as long as the ones for the main game. Chook. I saw Chook before. PQRS. So I guess Julie Elvin is the one that we have to thank. A lot of the singing. Oh no, no, now we get to go through all the Sony people. Alright, I think I'm probably going to skip the rest of this. Hopefully it won't skip the scene. Please don't skip it. Okay, good. Say what?
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Yeah, you thought the other ones were big. Is that not a cliffhanger? Huh? I think it dumps you back out where the Looming Shadow is the active mission. And at that point, you can just go do whatever you want. You can sit there and redo that end if you want to. Yeah, you just knew that he was like up to no good the entire time. Congratulations on defeating, hey, trophy, hype, and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the Looming Shadow prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all the loot and skills you have accumulated throughout this playthrough. The New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created to play in this mode. Simply choose the New Game Plus option in the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Thank you for playing the Horizon team. New face paints. Focus element. Go. So nice and pristine.
These will keep.
Okay. Let's go back to... Oh, I put... Oh, there it is right there. Gee. Go here and we'll get a we'll get a hard save. Yeah, let's see how many hours. See how many hours we put in. 163. That includes the first playthrough, and the first one was like 92, I think. So another 71. Another 71 hours in this one. That's a lot. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take another break. This is at the normal break time. Since I took the one earlier, it won't be a full break. It'll be another 5.